Hey guys, it's Dylan from 717 Jeepin', and I'm out here pulling out my new vehicle. No, it's not this cool. It's this 81 F150 Ranger, which is still pretty cool. I have a lot of good ideas for it. Overall, it's not in terrible shape. Okay, it is in terrible shape. I mean, it's good enough to roll. It was sitting above the wheel. At least the brakes aren't locked up like the wagon. Wow, they actually all have air. I haven't really seen this side or the front of the truck yet. Alright, got it all drugged out. I can't put the tailgate up because it's got all this stuff in it, and I'm just gonna pull it on the trailer backwards and send it like this. But here's a first overall look now that I can actually see it. So the bumper's in decent shape, but it has a lot of surface rust and pitting on the chrome. Grill is in nice shape, seems like. I'm gonna get this brushed off a little bit more, get all these big trees out of it so that they don't fall off going down the road, and we'll get it home back to my house, and we're gonna clean it up a little bit and then bring it over to my garage that I just started renting sometime this week and in the next couple days, but it'll be a couple minutes for you. So hood looks good. Fenders are decent. They have some rust starting, but I'm gonna get some patch panels. Bumper getting some pitting on the top. I'm really upset that this broke pulling it out of the woods. I really wanted to keep this. Unfortunately, a vine got caught in here and then cracked that off. I'm probably gonna just epoxy it and send it. Overall, the grill is in good shape. It's been sitting for a long time. I'm guessing about 15 to 20 years, somewhere around that area. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, hard to say. It's F150 Ranger, which is kind of the bottom trim level. 2-wheel drive, extended cab. It does have 58,000 original miles, which is pretty cool. Or, yeah, almost 58. 57, 820. Dash pad is decent, and then it wouldn't fit on this trailer because the side steps were hitting the trailer here, so I'm gonna have to repaint these for my friend I'm borrowing it from. But this time I brought a whole bunch of 2x4s, some car ramps, air compressor, gas tank, fuel pump, all the goodies I need to get this running and have enough clearance to get up onto the trailer. I don't think there's any dents in this whole truck, which are pretty cool. It's got some rust starting on some of the cab parts. The rockers are decent, cab corners are decent on this side, but the other side is starting to get a little crispy. A little bit crispy coming through here. A good bit of crispy up here, a little bit of crispy down here. Besides that, the bed is straight. It has a lot of stuff in the back, so I'm really hoping that the bed floor is in decent shape under all this, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Tailgate's in good shape, if you can even see it. I can't put it up because it has all this stuff in it that has to be included with the truck, so gonna bring this home and get it pressure washed and cleaned out. A little rust there, but this is definitely all fixable stuff. You can see it's starting to come through this cab corner a little bit. But overall, the rocker panels and everything down here, you never see them this clean, especially in the rust belt. I don't know what it's like under here. This is usually where they rot out. There's like a C channel that's about an inch by an inch that runs here for electrical wiring. Stuff gets caught in there, water, whatever, and just rots it out. So I guess we'll see what this is like. Door panels are in good shape. Got a little bit of scuffs up there, but not bad. But yeah, let's pop the hood and let's see what we are working with. Alright, moment of truth. It's a 5.0, I know that. Besides that, I don't really know anything about this. Let's see if this has a date on it, so we can get an estimate of when it was last running. I think that's 2009? January 2009. I can't even see the inspection sticker, so I can't verify it, but it seems pretty accurate. But yeah, it's got, I believe, a carbureted 5.0, and it ran when parked. It just had some front end issues. It's got AC. It's got all the basic options that a normal person would want. Let's see what the core support looks like. That's one thing I bought this truck for. And if you focus, it's pretty rough. I might buy a new one. Overall, it doesn't look terrible in here. I don't see any wires that mice got to yet. This is actually the same person I bought my Ford Country Squire wagon from, which was right here a couple years ago. But let's pull this air cleaner off and kind of see what we're working with. Alright, let's see if it wants to pop off. It's got, oh, that's not a good sign. It looks like that inside of the valve train. Oof. Well, this motor might be junk. Let's pull a dipstick. Let's see. Oh. You know the engine's good when the dipstick's covered in rust. Let's see what this oil is like. I mean, I don't think there's any lubrication left to it, but you don't really need that. Ugh. Well, looks like the engine might not run. It does turn over though, I did check that out. So, it does turn over. It'll run enough to get it on the trailer. And then we'll tear it down and see if it's worth even salvaging. My original plan with this was to take off the front clip and bed and put it on my OBS crew cab, since they hardly made any bullnose trucks and it would look really good once it's all clean. And then I was going to take the bare frame and cab up to off-road park and just destroy it off-road. But if this is what the inside of the engine looks like, that might not be happening. Alright, so I got the air cleaner off and sprayed the carb down a little bit with some brake clean so I can actually see what I'm working with. It doesn't look terrible, everything moves, so that shouldn't really be a problem. And the more I look at the valve cover, I think that there's like a baffle inside of it, and that's what's rusty here that I'm seeing. So I don't know. There are so many mosquitoes around here. I might have to go back home and get some bug spray and come back. I got at least 20 bug bites so far, and I've been here 15 minutes. But anyway, This is actually, I don't know if that's rust or oil buildup. I don't have a whole lot of time to work on this today, so I think I'm just gonna stick with it and work through all the mosquitoes. My friend Caleb will be here to pick up the trailer and tow it home in probably half hour to an hour and help me get it running too. But he's gonna bring some bug spray, so hopefully I'll be good. Anyway, I'm gonna tear these valve covers off once I get home and get it all pressure washed, because I don't want 20 pounds of mouse stuff to fall into the valve train. That wouldn't be ideal. But anyway, I got a fuel pump, fuel line, gas can, all those little goodies that I need to get it running and on the trailer. I'm taking a little break in my Jeep because mosquitoes, but I'm not going to record much more while I'm here until I get bug spray, because it's just rough and I want to get as much done as I can. Alright, just got a battery thrown in. I don't know if this is fully charged, so I guess we'll see what it does. Before we do anything, I'm just going to spray a little bit of oh, this can's empty, but I'm going to spray a little bit of brake clean in the carb and just see what happens. Alright, I'll just give her a couple decent squirts. Imagine if it just starts right up and starts idling. That'd be great. It wants to. Maybe. Might need a little bit more. Let's give it one more shot, I guess. Almost. Might also need some more juice going to the battery. Okay, so I got the fuel line disconnected. Luckily nothing shot through yet, so we don't have any junk going to the carb. I'm really hoping that the carb isn't all gunked up since it wasn't sitting for super long. Alright, just got my fuel pump wired up. It's priming right now. I'm gonna throw a little bit of brake clean down the carb. And let's see what she does. Give her a couple pumps. Nothing. Alright, attempt number 526. I just cleaned out a bunch of corrosion in the distributor, so hopefully have a stronger spark. Doesn't want to cooperate. It doesn't seem to be cranking that fast. The battery might be starting to die, so I'm gonna throw my jumper cables on it probably and see if a little bit. Oh, this is attacking me. See if that'll help anything. Got the jumper cables hooked up the fuel pump. It sounds a million times better. Oh, here it goes. It wants to go. Almost. And again. on for a second. Big puff of dust. Oh, it's running. It's actually quiet too. Wow, it's idling. I think. I don't know if it's on. Oh yeah, it is. There we go. Nothing fused up. We're gonna ignore that. Hopefully once it warms up and breaks in a little bit, all the blow by and stuff will go away. It's actually running really smooth. It's idling all on its own. All 8 cylinder firing. I guess this engine isn't that bad. I'm gonna run it for a couple more seconds and then check the oil and just kind of see what all the oil and other fluids look like. Yeah, it's idling flawlessly. It's so smooth. I wonder, does the AC work? Oh, there's a fuel tank switch. I just realized. Oh, I don't think the blower motor works. Unless it's that. It might. The voltage gauge is changing when I try to adjust it. So I guess the only thing left to do is take it for a little test drive. Feels like sandpaper. And of course this bottle doesn't really work. Oh yeah, now I can kind of see it says 07 on the inspection sticker. I'm surprised it's this dirty from sitting since 07 because the wagon was sitting since 2000 and it was in much better shape, like dirty wise, than this. Oof, that's doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm just gonna grab a razor blade, that'll make it so much easier. Okay, this is taking much longer than expected. I got most of the driver's side done. But look at this. Oh, that was a pretty bad scrape. Let's go this way. Like, look at all that stuff coming off. This is so thick. Alright, just got the tailgate up for the first time. And I think we're ready to go for the first test drive. Ignore the clicky-clack over there. Gonna see if I can stick this outside the window a little bit so it's quieter. Okay, that's better like this. Okay, I think we're ready for the test drive.